I can't tell you who it is just yet, but trust me. Kia ora everyone, Donna Louise here, and thank you so much for popping by my YouTube channel. I had thought of a new fun segment that I was going to introduce in my videos. I asked members for questions, and then I would answer their question during the time lapse. And they could ask me anything about puzzling, my travels, life in New Zealand, the pops are about myself. You know, just 1 or 2 minutes of each video dedicated to answering a member's question. Well, Clark asked me a question. He wanted to know what my second favorite jigsaw puzzle was. He figured that my favorite would be my collaboration puzzle with PieceRelax. So he asked me for my second favorite jigsaw puzzle that I had done over the past year. Well, this gave me a whole idea for a video concept. Because trust me, sometimes coming up with new video ideas is as difficult as figuring out what to eat for dinner every night. So I want to thank Clark for this video idea. I came up with 6 categories, basically all related to puzzling, and I'm going to discuss my favorites for each of these categories in this video. Now, I'm not going to look over the past year because that's a bit too much. I've done so many jigsaw puzzles over the past year. So I'm going to look over the past 6 months, like mid-December to mid-June. And please leave your comments below and let me know what your favorite is for each of these categories. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It really does help me out a lot, and I so very much appreciate it. So the first category is large count jigsaw puzzles. And immediately I thought of 2 that I've done recently, both from Ravensburger, Rose Cat Khan's The 6 Portals, and hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly, Sveta Dorosheva's Pandora's Hope. Now I think to decide on a favorite, which is so difficult to do, it's like deciding who's my favorite between Odin and Thora. Odin. That was really quick. No, I love Thora, my sassy pants monkey, but you know, I love her just as much as my sweet, sensitive boy Odin. I really do. I don't have a favorite. Sometimes it's just really difficult. And I've managed to narrow down a lot of these categories to 2. So I had The 6 Portals by Rose Cat Khan, Pandora's Hope by Sveta Dorosheva. And I think it's more the circumstances under which I've done those jigsaw puzzles that helped me pick one over the other. You see, The 6 Portals, I puzzled with Allison, Victoria, and Julia, which I loved, and we wanted to do it in one day. So we weren't like speed puzzling it, but we were puzzling it quickly. It was a long day. We had lots of fun, but we were all kind of tired at the end. Whereas Pandora's Hope I did with Vicky from Vicky Makes and Builds. We puzzled it over a few days. There was no stress or pressure for time. We also live streamed it and I got to interact with everyone. So I think of those 2, I'll pick Pandora's Hope. So Pandora's Hope is my favorite large piece count jigsaw puzzle that I've done in the past 6 months. However, rumor has it that they're producing a 1,000 piece version of The 6 Portals. Right now it's 7,000 pieces. Pandora's Hope is 3,000 pieces, which I also think that helps. 3,000 pieces felt a lot more manageable. If you can get a 1,000 piece version of The 6 Portals, if Ravensburger does eventually release that, trust me, you'll want to get a copy. I'll get a copy. You'll absolutely love it. And I'm actually thinking of getting my own copy of Pandora's Hope and redoing that jigsaw puzzle. So yeah, I'd have to say Pandora's Hope is my favorite large piece count puzzle that I've done in the last 6 months. What has been your large piece count puzzle you've recently done? Anything larger than, say, 1,000 pieces. The next category is new to me brands, and right away one jumped out. I really didn't even have to think about it, and that was Unified Pieces. This is La Catrina del Desierto by Sebastian Velasquez. I'm sorry I'm saying that wrong. Velasquez. I know I'm saying it wrong. This is taped. It's hanging up in my lounge. I love the pieces, the feel, the touch, the cut, the fit, the finish on the pieces, the colors. I loved everything about this brand and about the jigsaw puzzle. So by far my favorite new to me brand that I've done in the past 6 months. I actually looked at my spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet with all my puzzles that I've done, and I haven't done that many new to me brands in the last 6 months. There were some of those mystery puzzles that I really did enjoy doing, and also L. White stands out to me. However, I have purchased a lot of new to me brands in the past 6 months. I just haven't gotten to do those puzzles yet, but I have a whole bookshelf full. So I can't wait to do those in videos. But for the past 6 months, definitely Unified Pieces is my favorite new to me brand. What about you? What has been your recent new to you brand that you've done? Leave it in the comments below. What's been my favorite PieceRelax jigsaw puzzle that I've done most recently? Now, I'm going to discount obviously my own jigsaw puzzle because yeah, that's my ultimate fave. So I had to think, because I've done so many PieceRelax jigsaw puzzle, like 3D puzzles, you know, jars, vases, but as well, tons of piece clicks and magnet sets and badges. So I really had to think, and two jumped out. I'm always having to decide between two. There was Enmian One's Rainy Night, which I have hanging up in the lounge, as well as most recently that Stephen Derbyshire painting that I did, the first bluebells, which is hanging up in my kitchen. I absolutely love both of them. Now, the first bluebells, I think I really love because it complements those other paintings in the corner of my kitchen. But I'm gonna pick Rainy Night by Enmian One because every time I look at that, it evokes some sort of emotion. Like I'm always wondering, I wonder what she's thinking and what mood, and it just makes me stop and think. I love them both, but I think my favorite PieceRelax jigsaw puzzle I've recently done is Enmian's one, Rainy Night. I absolutely love that one. And just the other day, I had friends over puzzling, and someone commented and they said that they really liked that one as well. So that's my favorite piece clicks that I've recently done by PieceRelax. What about you? What's your recent favorite PieceRelax jigsaw puzzle? And do you prefer like their 2D piece clicks, or do you prefer some of their 3D jigsaw puzzles? They just have such a variety. Puzzle accessories. What has been my favorite puzzle accessory that I've used in the past 6 months? Of course, we have trays and box top holders and timers, but none of those. My favorite recent discovery has been my portable light. I'm 50 years old. I need good lighting. And I want to thank the New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association for recognizing that, because at their competitions, they allow you to bring a portable light. It has to be battery operated, and it just has to be battery operated and fit in your puzzle area. And I feel as long as it's pointed parallel to your table, like you're not going to bother your table mate if you're sharing a table. And for me, lighting makes such a difference, and I can bring the pieces in my hand over and better look at them. So I know you've heard me say in a lot of recap videos that my big grumble is with the lighting, and this has been a game changer. They also allowed us to use portable lighting at the Masters games, and that really helped me. So this is my new favorite puzzle accessory, not maybe a typical one. I do wish more competitions would allow us to use portable lighting. So yeah, let me know, what's your favorite puzzle accessory? Have you started using trays and boards, a better box top holder? I'm still looking for a box top holder that I can angle, because I find when I'm sitting versus when I'm standing, I need the box at different angles. So I still have not been able to find one of those that could potentially trump the light. But yeah, the light definitely, especially in competition, when the lighting is not great at the venue, this has been my favorite accessory. What's been my favorite non-typical, non-standard jigsaw puzzle that I've recently done? It's gotta be my Wentworth Scottish Cow by Lucy Grossmith. Now, I will admit the image just tugs at my heart, absolutely. However, I really enjoyed the wooden piece experience from Wentworth. So much better quality cut than the vintage one I had previously done. Lots of cute whimsy pieces with details. I love the finish on the pieces. I love the colors on this particular one. And I was able to flip it over, tape it, and it's up in my bedroom on a wall, so I get to see it every day. I tend to have difficulty with wooden puzzles because of my tremors, and I find a lot of wooden pieces can get like stuck together. But this, this was good. This was good. It also depends on the day how bad my tremors are. And I was doing really well and I really enjoyed it. So this is definitely my favorite, like non-typical jigsaw puzzle that I've recently done. I did spend a lot of money on it, but the fact that it's displayed up on the wall, it was so worth it. So let me know in the comments below, what's been your favorite non-typical, non-standard, say 500 piece, 1000 like 2D jigsaw puzzle that you've recently done? What's been my favorite competition jigsaw puzzle? And I've been to quite a few competitions in the past 6 months. Again, I think this comes down to like the experience of it all, the emotions. And off the top of my head, there's kind of like two. One is the 2026 Masters Games here in Dunedin, in which I puzzled with Alison, Victoria, and Julia. And the team's puzzle was by Piece House, a New Zealand brand that I absolutely loved. The title of the jigsaw puzzle was Family Tree by Crystal Lynn, I want to say. Love that. I loved it because also like the 2024 Masters Games were pretty, I don't want to revisit that. And so they took all the feedback on board and the event was just amazing. I think everyone had fun. All the teams were able to finish the jigsaw puzzle. Like the atmosphere was great. And so I'm associating all those emotions with that jigsaw puzzle, the family tree. But if you were to ask me my favorite competition format, like I still love the Chinese format. Remember the invitational one that I participated in mid-December with Katrina, Hannah, and Stein, where we did a bunch of jigsaw puzzles and they all had points. That was so much fun. So I think I still prefer like a competition that has a points format added to it. But there were so many different puzzles, like no individual one kind of jumps out at me. So if I had to pick just one competition puzzle as my favorite competition puzzle, then I would pick the Family Tree by Crystal Lynn from Piece House, because that whole experience was just great and such an improvement over the 2024 Masters Games. So let me know in the comments below what has been your favorite competition jigsaw puzzle you've done recently, whether online or in person. Speaking of the Chinese competition, I have all the details to share with you, and I'm very excited because they're combining like the traditional speed puzzling format with the points format, and it's going to be so much fun. Now, I have my laptop with me because I have a bunch of notes. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Apologies if I look down. First of all, it's November 27th and 28th in Hangzhou, China. Sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing that. The exact venue location hasn't been announced yet, but as soon as it is, I will let you know. Hangzhou is another big international city with a big airport, so hopefully it's easy access for anyone who wants to attend. All the jigsaw puzzles are plastic pieces from 3DJP. They're like the first brand under which Pin2 and PieceRelax were then produced. So November 27th, that'll be the day with the qualifying rounds for individual, pairs, and teams. And if you qualify, then you will compete in the finals on November 28th, which will be at the same venue, same location. Now, the individual qualifiers. You're given 2 504-piece jigsaw puzzles. They love to be specific on the number of pieces. And so you're given 2, they're wrapped up, you open them up, you got to pick which one to do, and then you have 90 minutes to complete it as fast as possible. The top 20% will qualify to move on to the finals, and you get to keep both puzzles. So that's very, kind of typical format. It's the same for pairs. So pairs, you're also given 2 504-piece jigsaw puzzles, they're covered. You go, you pick which puzzle you're going to do, you assemble it with your pair. You're given 75 minutes, and again, the top 20% of pairs will qualify for the next day finals, and you get to keep both puzzles. Now for teams, this is where it's different. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so your team can be of 3 or 4 people. You're given 1 504-piece, flat 2D jigsaw puzzle. You're given 1 576-piece screen puzzle. Now, I looked these up, and I think I've done some before. I don't think I have any on hand. And I think It's like 4 panels. I think the pieces are smaller. And I think you assemble the 4. And then you're given like a mechanism to make it so that the puzzle stands up. It looks like a room divider screen. And we did some actually last year at the Chinese competition. Last year, there was a screen puzzle, but it was smaller. I think it was just 2 panels. So I have to look into that further because I'm not exactly sure what the screen puzzles are, but that's so interesting. You're also given one 192-piece puzzle vase. Oh, and I have a puzzle vase. Oh, let me just grab it. A puzzle vase. So you're given one of these, and then you're given, oh, I should have got this ready. I knew about this. And then you're given one of these. How many pieces is this? So this is a puzzle plate and 124 pieces. Okay? So you're given the 504-piece flat 2D jigsaw puzzle. You're given the 576-piece screen puzzle, which I still don't exactly know what it is, a vase and a plate for your team. Now, if I understand the rules correctly, I'm so excited about this. You can only assemble one puzzle as a team before moving on to the next puzzle. So imagine 4 people working on the 504 piece, then 4 people working on the screens, then 4 people trying to work on the vase, and 4 people working on the plate. So I have a big question, but I don't know the answer. Normally the plate comes divided into 4 bags, 4 sections. And as a team of 4, that'd be really cool because you just give each person 1 bag, 1 section. They would each assemble it. Then we could put the vase together. It's the same with the plate. The plate typically comes in 4 wedges. I don't know. Will the puzzle screen come in 4 sections for each of the screen parts? I have no idea. Could you imagine? Like, oh, it's going to be so much fun. And they're all giving a points based on difficulty. I don't know what the points are. And you're given just 90 minutes to do all those puzzles. So basically, it's whichever team finishes the fastest, if they can finish all the puzzles in the 90 minutes. Or if the teams haven't finished all the puzzles and you're ranked by points, if there's ties in points, they will consider the number of pieces assembled. Now for this, again, the top 20% of the teams will qualify and advance to the finals for the next day on November 28th. I have no information on the finals format. I'm assuming the finals will be individual pairs. You're given 1 puzzle and everybody does the same puzzle. I'm assuming for individual it'll be 504 pieces, but for pairs, will it be 504 or will it be 1008? I don't know. And for teams, for the teams final, I'm assuming it's also going to be a points format with a box with a bunch of puzzles, but I don't know. Are they going to be this style, a different style? I have no idea. And you get to choose, by the way, for teams, which puzzle you do first. I would say do the puzzle worth the most points first. Yeah, I think. Anyway, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me have a look here. I'm just so excited. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, I hope I explained this next bit correctly, so apologies if I look down a lot. So if you qualify on the 27th, you move to the 28th to the finals. However, you're puzzling against people that have already qualified in one of the 6 other city qualifiers that have happened throughout China. They actually start on June 27th, and I believe there's 6 other cities. People participate, and like the top X percentage then move on to the finals in Hangzhou on the 28th, which is why they're inviting international puzzlers to the qualifiers on the 27th, because the finals are the next day. It's the same city, same venue, so we don't have to travel multiple times. They are specifically reserving a number of tickets for international puzzlers for the November 27th qualifiers. You can register at the World Jigsaw Puzzle Federation's website. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Also, I'll leave a link to their official website with all the details regarding this competition. It's written in English as well. I'll leave that in the description below also. One other thing is that If you place, you take the prize. So it doesn't matter nationality. They are awarding monetary and puzzle prizes in both the qualifying rounds as well as the finals. And it doesn't matter what your nationality is. If you place, if you rank, you get the prize. They are limiting the number of international puzzlers that can attend, so there will be a larger number of Chinese nationals. However, if you come first, second, third, you take home the prize. And that's really nice because they want to recognize and show their appreciation that if you traveled from so far to come to their competition, and if you place, if you rank, then you deserve the prize. I'm very excited to be going, and I'm so grateful to 3DJP for sponsoring my travel. Now, okay, my Paris partner, she's just trying to figure out if she has a conflict of dates, if she can make it or not. So I have a potential Paris partner, and other people have reached out to me. I really hope she can make it. We're trying to decide. I'm waiting to hear from her any day. However, I already have a pair that we're going to team up with. I can't tell you who it is just yet, but trust me, when this pair messaged me, I feel so honored, by the way, when they messaged me and said, "Hey, Donna Louise, we're going to come to China. We want to participate. Do you want to team up with us?" I went, "You want to puzzle with me?" And they were like, "Yeah, it's going to be fun." I'm like, "Oh my goodness." I said, "Yes, yes, yes, please. Thank you. I would love to puzzle with you because they're great people and I know we're going to have so much fun." So I'm so very excited about our team. I'm just waiting to confirm my pair. And as soon as I can let you know who is all puzzling, I will. I've already checked that there's a few international puzzlers signed up. If you can make it, trust me, you're going to have so much fun. Feel free to message me. On Instagram is the best way. If you're thinking of coming, I can help you out with things like SIM cards, international travel bank cards, Alipay, taxis, where to stay. I'll help you out with all that. And all the international puzzlers, when we get there, we all hung out together and we all went for dinner. We all had a great time. So trust me, you will have so much fun if you can make it November 27th and 28th in Hangzhou, China. A big thank you to Clark Kent for giving me the idea for this video. It was so much fun because I had to stop and think back over the past 6 months about all the different jigsaw puzzles that I've done, the different competitions that I've done, and it was a lot of fun. Just something a little bit different. Please leave your comments below about all your favorites for each category. I can't wait to read them. I hope you're all having a lovely day, and until next time, ciao! La 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 monkey butt. You're not a real flower.